Mario Galaxy promises to be one of the biggest adventures cinema has ever seen. Everything points to this new story, taking the Mario universe to a whole new level, with new characters, princesses, and even brand new villains. Hidden Villain. The new movie is expected to introduce a villain who operates from the shadows. Someone who is controlling Bowser Jr. without it being so obvious at first glance. And no, we're not talking about Bowser, his father. This mysterious villain seems to be extremely intelligent and has a clear plan to slowly destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. We know Bowser Jr. is just a child. Even though he's smart, it would be impossible for him to organize everything that appears to be happening in this story all by himself. In the trailer, he's seen using a magical paintbrush as a weapon, something that immediately catches the attention of longtime fans. Anyone who knows the Mario universe knows that this paintbrush was not created by Bowser Jr. It's an invention of Professor Egad, a brilliant scientist. This raises the suspicion that someone stole this technology and is manipulating everything behind the scenes. This villain could be Kamek, the great Koopa sorcerer, but there's also a chance it could be Wario, who might be planning something truly dangerous. But hold on, we'll get to that soon, so stay tuned. If you think you've already seen everything about Mario Galaxy, get ready because there's still a lot of surprising stuff coming your way. Mario Galaxy. Anyone who follows the franchise knows that there are two main games set in space, alongside Rosalina and the Lumas. Even though Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are not a direct continuation of each other, the movie clearly draws heavy inspiration from this universe. And here's an important detail. Everything suggests that the movie will not have a definitive ending. This may sound strange, but it makes total sense when we remember that there isn't enough time to adapt both games into a single animated film. This ends up being a clear hint that a third Mario movie is already in development. Nintendo and Illumination know that to tell this story the right way, more than one movie will be necessary. So you can already celebrate because Mario 3 in theaters seems to be just a matter of time. Kiss yes, everything points to Mario and Peach finally kissing. And you can be sure this theory didn't come out of nowhere. Even though it started as fan speculation, it has gained a lot of traction in recent days. A few months ago, Nintendo even said that Mario and Peach are just friends. But that statement was not well received by the public at all. Anyone who remembers what happened with Sonic's first movie design knows exactly how this works. Fans didn't like it, complained a lot, and the production eventually went back and changed it. And everything suggests the same will happen here. For fans, Mario and Peach have always been a couple, and Mario, being one of the greatest heroes in the gaming world, deserves a big love story on the big screen. And let's be honest, after everything he's been through, it's more than fair, right? Death now, here comes one of the most shocking theories. There's a strong chance that Mario could lose his life in the next movie. Calm down, that doesn't mean he'll disappear forever. The movie is based on video games, and in the games, Mario has always had multiple lives. Losing one of them is part of the journey. On top of that, in Mario Galaxy, he has already died, come back to life, and even turned into a ghost in certain stages, like the haunted galaxy controlled by King Boo. In the trailer, there's a painting of Bowser where Mario is transformed into a skeleton. That kind of scene wouldn't be there without a reason. This could be a clear hint of what's going to happen during the story. And since in the Mario world there's always a chance to come back to life, this opens the door for even bolder and more emotional scenes in the movie. So yes, Mario might end up dying, but not in the way you're imagining. Daisy, do you remember the trailer scene where Mario and Luigi are riding motorcycles through the desert? Everything indicates that this sequence takes place in the kingdom of Sarasaland. And this detail is very important because that's exactly where Princess Daisy lives. Even though Daisy isn't a character featured in the Mario Galaxy games, she is expected to appear in the movie, and the reasons are pretty clear. In the trailer, we see a machine attacking Princess Rosalina, while in the games, Princess Peach is usually the one who gets kidnapped. In other words, the princesses of the Mario universe are being targeted. This forces Mario and Luigi to travel to Daisy's kingdom to protect her, and it's at this moment that Luigi could end up falling in love with her, opening the door for a new love story in the next movie. Do you prefer Daisy or Peach? Comment with #Mario so we can get to know you. Friends, continuing with Daisy, there's a strong chance that she'll appear helping or even saving Peach during an attack. In the trailer, we see Peach fighting several enemies, and it's clear that she knows how to fight really well. Even so, anyone who knows the Mario universe knows that Daisy is the princess most closely associated with sports and physical activities. On top of that, the two are known for being best friends. This further reinforces the idea that Daisy will show up to support Peach in moments of danger. She would never let her best friend face everything alone, so you can celebrate. We're going to see the princesses in action in the next movie. Series, this theory is one of the most interesting and strongly resembles what happened with the Sonic movies. What if the next Mario movie is actually the first episode of a future Luigi series? In the second Sonic movie, Knuckles was introduced in such a strong way that it opened the door for his own standalone series. In the Mario universe, even though Mario is the main protagonist, Luigi also deserves more spotlight. In the game Mario Galaxy, you can choose to play as Mario or Luigi. but in a movie it might not be necessary to focus heavily on both at the same time. Since the trailer shows the brothers heading into the desert, everything points to this being the moment where Luigi meets Daisy. Is Nintendo preparing a series focused only on Luigi? Let's hope so. If you're into movies, video games, and even animated shows from pop culture, then you definitely don't want to miss the chance to subscribe to the channel right now. Sports? In the first movie, we already saw an iconic scene where the heroes take part in a wild race full of action and speed. That was, of course, a direct reference to Mario Kart, and if that already happened before, it's almost guaranteed that sports will come back in a big way in this new movie. The Mario universe has always had games focused on sports: tennis, racing, soccer, golf, and even martial arts. In Mario Galaxy, everything suggests we'll see several scenes involving sports competitions, whether on different planets or in unexpected challenges across space. Besides making the movie more fun, these scenes also deliver a positive message, especially for younger audiences, encouraging sports and physical activity. And let's be real, if there's any reference to Mario Golf, it's going to be absolutely amazing because that game is seriously awesome. Gramby. If Queen Jada's really appears in the movie, then it's almost certain that Gramby will show up as well. He is her husband and the king of the upper world, meaning the ruler of the heavens. That means Mario may need to pass through this kingdom before reaching outer space. There's a strong chance that Gramby will help our hero on this galactic journey, maybe by opening paths or offering some kind of guidance. Even so, his participation in Queen Jade's role shouldn't be very long. That's because there are still many important characters left to appear in the movie, and the main focus needs to remain on Mario, Peach, and the space-related challenges. Still, just seeing these characters on the big screen would already be incredible for fans. Destruction. Have you ever stopped to think that the Mushroom Kingdom could end up being destroyed by the end of the movie? The trailer already made it clear that the main heroes spend a large part of the story in space, and that's a huge problem, with Mario, Peach, and other defenders far away. The castle and the entire kingdom are left practically unprotected. This opens the door for villains who were once afraid of Mario to finally attack without any fear. What if at the end of the movie, the heroes return and find the Mushroom Kingdom completely destroyed? There's even a possibility that this attack was orchestrated by Wario. Since he dreams of becoming extremely rich, taking over the Mushroom Kingdom could be exactly what he needs to achieve that goal. Is Wario being set up as the main villain of the third movie? This theory makes more sense than it seems. Kamek is practically guaranteed to appear in this movie. He has always been Bowser's main servant, and with the King of the Koopas imprisoned, everything suggests he's taking care of Bowser Jr., but his role could be much bigger than it appears. Kamek is a powerful sorcerer who knows an ancient prophecy. In Yoshi's Island, we learned that he had a vision in which Mario, Peach, and Luigi would be responsible for the fall of the King of the Koopas. Since then, he has tried to prevent that from happening. Because of this, there's a strong chance that he's acting as the true mastermind behind Bowser Jr.'s actions. His goal would be to free Bowser and prevent the prophecy from coming true. Will the movie explore this darker side of Kamek? Everything points to yes. Mother. In Mario Galaxy, we discover something very curious about Bowser Jr. He has a strong desire to have a mother. In the same way, the King of the Koopas dreams of having a wife. That's why Bowser Jr. kidnaps Princess Peach and attacks Princess Rosalina. He wants to find a princess who can take on the role of a mother for him. This also explains why several princesses end up becoming part of the story. But this situation raises an important question. If Bowser Jr. was born, then Bowser must have had a wife at some point. Will this true mother appear in the movie, or will she remain a big mystery? Mario Galaxy may finally answer this question next year. Donkey and Pauline. Did you know that Donkey Kong, who appeared in the first movie, also has a princess? Her name is Pauline. This character was inspired by olive oil from the Popeye cartoons and has a historical connection to the Mario universe. There's a strong chance that Pauline will appear in this movie alongside Donkey Kong. This could be a clear sign that Nintendo is preparing a movie focused on the Gorilla Kingdom. If that happens, the Mario universe could end up turning into a multiverse full of different and super fun stories. Because of that, we can expect more appearances from Donkey Kong and Pauline in this new movie. Does that get you excited? Because over here, we're already counting the days until we see it. New York. We already know that Mario and Luigi live in New York, but everything suggests they won't have much time to go back home in this new movie. The adventure is just too big for that. It's very likely that the brothers have already moved permanently to the Mushroom Kingdom, and if that hasn't happened yet, it definitely will at some point in the story. Mario might end up choosing to live with Princess Peach, which makes everything even more romantic. But will his family be okay with that decision? A possible farewell scene could be very emotional and even sad for those who have followed the story from the beginning. Fight. If Wario really appears, then there's a strong chance that Waluigi will also enter the story, and that could lead to a major conflict. Waluigi is in love with Princess Daisy, which opens the door for a direct rivalry with Luigi. But it's important to make one thing clear. Daisy is not going to like this situation at all. She won't want two immature guys fighting over her, especially like that. Even so, you can expect to see Luigi fighting for the love of his life. Now the question remains, will Waluigi become an important villain in the future of the animation? Only time will tell. We've reached the end of the video, but we're leaving 2 awesome videos for you to check out even more details and hidden Easter eggs from your favorite movies and shows.